Hey guys, I'm Lydia and welcome back to the channel. So today, guys, we're going to be doing part 1 of our DIY kitchen series mix. So in this series of videos, guys, I just want to show you how simple and easy it is to make store-bought ingredients store-bought products that you can find at your grocery store and make them at home. You control your own ingredients, your salt levels. Like for today's video, we're going to be making a whole bunch of seasonings. So I'm going to show you how I control my salt levels and my seasonings instead of buying like the pre-mixed all-purpose seasonings at the store. And we'll also be going into like cake mixes, stuff like that. So make sure you really do stay tuned to the series. And I know I'm rambling, so we're just gonna jump into this video, all right? All right, guys, so I have my recipe book in front of me, so that's what I'm gonna be referring to if I look down. I have some jars here already pre-labeled. So these are like my little mini ball jars that I got. And I have each one labeled on what they're going to be. And I'm just gonna mix them up because I'm on E. I've already cleaned them out. And it's time to get ready to start prepping for the summer because it's coming and I do not like spending hours and hours in the kitchen in the summer. So the first seasonings we're gonna be making, we're gonna make our fajita seasoning. We're making a barbecue seasoning, which can also be transferred over to a dry rub, and I'll tell you how. We're also making our hamburger seasoning, and then just my everyday seasoning. So if I make like sheet pan meals, this is what I would usually just put on it, minus, you know, the olive oil or my bacon grease that I use. Okay, so for our first one, we're gonna jump in. I'm just gonna grab seasonings and throw them in the jars they belong in. I'm just gonna let you know straight out. So our hamburger seasoning, we're gonna go in with our Larry salt. I love Larry salt. Some of these seasonings I made myself. Other ones I found online, but I will list all the recipes and the measurements to it down below in the description box. So for my hamburger seasoning, I wish I had a funnel, but I don't, so I'm gonna cup it. We're adding some black pepper to it as well. We're gonna find the funnel. Pause. Alright guys, so I couldn't find my funnel, but I did get a piece of parchment paper. Oh my god, I'm so tongue-tied today. Okay, and I just rolled it up into a little cone, and I'm gonna use that just to feed my ingredients directly in. So I like to layer my ingredients in. So continuing with our hamburger seasoning, I went in with 1 tablespoon of Larry. I'm gonna add in another. I have a tablespoon of black pepper. We're gonna go in with some paprika. And it's only gonna be about 2 teaspoons. We have some onion powder as well. So I'm gonna go in with about a teaspoon of onion powder. And then I'm gonna go in with a teaspoon of garlic powder as well. And that's gonna be it for my hamburger seasoning, guys. So I'll put a lid on it, we'll shake it up just to get it all incorporated. And that's it. That's what she looks like, my hamburger seasoning. So for our next seasoning, guys, we're gonna go in my everyday seasoning. So again, for my everyday seasoning, guys, this is stuff I might use on like my sheet pan meals. Maybe I'm just throwing some salmon in the oven or the air fryer. So anything that I want just a little bit of flavor to, but I don't want to do too much to it, okay? So first, we're gonna go in with some paprika. And it's gonna be 2 teaspoons of paprika. All right, then we'll go in with some garlic powder, and it's gonna be 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. For our onion powder, it's gonna be about 1 tablespoon as well. Then we'll go in with some Larry seasoning, and I'm only gonna use 1 tablespoon of Larry's. For my black pepper. We're gonna go in with 2 teaspoons. So that's 1, 2. And then we'll go in with some dry herbs. I love parsley. I'm addicted to parsley. I'm not even gonna exaggerate with that. I make this parsley burger, which is so amazing, with fresh parsley and herbs and onions and peppers. Whole burger is great. I'm not even gonna lie about that. But I did add in 1 tablespoon of parsley, and then I'm gonna go in with a ½ tablespoon of oregano. And for my everyday seasoning, that's all we have. Again, I'm gonna put the lid on it and we'll shake it right on up. Try to give it a nice mix. And this is what it looks like, my everyday seasoning. Okay guys, so next we're gonna move on, and I'm gonna go on to our fajita seasoning. And I'm going to add in my cayenne pepper first. And this is a brand new one, so we're good. I am gonna double this recipe. So I'm gonna go in with a ½ teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Where's my cumin? Is it cumin or cumin? I always hear people say it different ways. I'm gonna go in with a ½ teaspoon of cumin as well. We're doing a ½ teaspoon of garlic powder as well. And same with our onion powder, guys. We'll go in with a ½ teaspoon of that. So now we're gonna go in with our paprika. It's gonna be 2 teaspoons of paprika. So for my fajita seasoning, instead of using my Larry seasoning salt, I'm just gonna go in with some regular salt, and then we'll use 2 teaspoons of that. I actually just used 1.5 teaspoons. I hate salt. All right, so we have some chili powder next. 4 teaspoons of the chili powder, and I'm making a mess. That's 2, 3. And that's 4. And then last but not least, we'll add in our cornstarch. And this is what's gonna help be our thickener for our fajita seasoning. And we're gonna go in with 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. So that's 1, get all the way off. And then that's 2. So shake it all down in. And then we're just gonna close this up, guys, and give it a nice little shake. Just trying to get that cornstarch that was stuck at the top up. So this is our fajita seasoning. See the color? Oh, it's so pretty. And then we're gonna go in and do our last one. This is our barbecue rub, guys. So this is a barbecue seasoning rub, which is how I have it labeled. And you can make this into a barbecue rub just by adding the brown sugar, or you can leave it as a seasoning for like steak, seafood, anything I like to do in my electric grill. Since we're in an apartment now, I might do it like that. And that I'll just leave it like as a seasoning. If I do like a pork shoulder or something, I'll do it as a rub, and that's wonderful. So let me make my funnel back again. Okay. So now we're gonna go right in with some paprika. And it's supposed to be a ½ cup of paprika. I don't have my ½ cup measurement out, but I know how many tablespoons equal. So all the paprika is in. We're gonna go in with some chili powder. And for the rest of the ingredients, besides the ground mustard, everything's just gonna be a tablespoon, and then the ground mustard will be a ½ tablespoon. All right, so we're gonna go in with some chili powder next. We're gonna add some garlic powder in, as well as onion powder. We'll do some black pepper. And then some Lawry's. I love my Lawry's, guys. I'm not even gonna lie to you. All right. And then our ground mustard is last. And again, like I said, our ground mustard will just be ½ a tablespoon. So now I'm gonna let all of these just slide right through our little funnel. All right, guys, so we got our last of that in. And then this is what our barbecue seasoning looks like. So again, just to make this a rub, all you have to do is add your brown sugar to it, your seasoning, and then rub it right onto your meat before you cook it. And that's literally the only difference between the actual seasoning and the rub. So we have our, like I said, our barbecue, our fajita, our hamburger seasoning, and then we have our everyday seasoning. The last one I'm gonna do, and I'm not gonna make it just because I already have some, but I do want to transfer it to my smaller jar, is my cinnamon sugar. Guys, if you don't know how to make cinnamon sugar, it's so simple, so easy. I always keep some pre-made. It's just I found these little jars and I wanted to transfer everything to it now. Usually I keep my pre-made seasonings in this bigger one, but I decided to transfer it over. So I just have my cinnamon sugar here. If you want to make cinnamon sugar so easy, I do just a cup of sugar and half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of cinnamon, depending on how strong you like it. And you can just put it right in, shake it right up, and you have your cinnamon sugar. So guys, just that simple. We have all of our pre-made seasonings made. It was that quick and that easy. And again, you can control what's in your own product and your own food when you make it at home fresh, instead of always going out and just buying what's pre-made at the store. So if you want to see more tips and tricks like this, make sure you like this button and follow my channel for a part 2 of our DIY series mix coming out soon. Alright guys, that was a mouthful, but see you next time.